First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Mixon. And this lines up a gain of 4 to the 41. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A draw play for Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Number 53. Here we go.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 15. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 85 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Well, as an offense, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13. The first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Open man is Higgins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for a point.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Joe Mixon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. Do it.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down, Akers. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Stafford. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. On first down, Akers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Stafford is going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on third and 9. And Pascal's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Stafford here. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Vigil gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. The Lions on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be third and forever. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Blue 60! Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Back to throw, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From a yard out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
He won't go down. Pushing tacklers aside. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down now, Akers. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd down, Mixon. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A very solid gain of 27. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. On first down, it's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Now a first down throw. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. So we reach halftime, and what, you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Bullock good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And to give this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On the delay, it's Mixon. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Again, it's Mixon. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get anywhere close to the 1st down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the 1st down. I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Carr going to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Carr now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay.
Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 26. The Lions on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run. It's Johnson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Carr now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Carr. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now Carr again. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Open man is Uzama. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. but it does bring into question, one, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And two, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. This is Mixon on the draw. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. That's into the hands of Pascal. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing here, Stafford. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up